And so my girlfriend is a big metal fan. She listens to everything up to like death metal. Like Lorna Shore is one of her favorite bands, and I love that. I love that too. And I think just being with her, I've gotten more into it. So to answer your question, the bands I'm listening to now, I think are the bands that are pushing the edge of metalcore. One of my favorite bands is Sleep Token right now. I really like
Of course.
Spirit Box. I just think in terms of like current scenes of music, that for me, I think the heavier bands or the bands in, the metal scene, the edges they push are more interesting. It's like they're pushing unexplored territory in their genres. I think there have been a lot of really awesome female singers, screamers in the metal world, but Courtney from Spirit Box, she's just taking metal to like such a new place by, such an interesting perspective to have a female singer of a metal band. And again, I know there have been awesome metal bands with female singers before, but that's just really cool for that scene that, now they're one of the biggest metal bands. So I gravitate towards, a lot of the heavier music. I think is more interesting to me now.
That is interesting for me as well.
Cool.
I'm still listening to Job for a Cowboy just because I think,
Yeah.
when they hit, it really transformed the entirety of the landscape of the scene itself. But
Yeah.
again, that's the nostalgia factor. I love Sleep Token. What Sleep Token is doing is
Yeah.
really incredible. I mean, the vibe is perfect. What do they call it? Baby making music. I think that's what so many people say
Is it?
now. Yeah, it's got such a romantic quality to it, but I appreciate that.
Man,
Yes.
yeah, that new Sleep Token record too. So much of it is so heavy, and they did the thing where they released a bunch of EPs and then they dropped the full length, and the full length was basically like a bunch of the EPs that they released, and then maybe like 4 or 5 new songs or songs that people hadn't heard on the full length. So it's really stoked when that dropped a couple months ago, and I was actually most interested to hear the last track of the album, just to hear like how they chose to end the album. And I don't know if you've heard it, but they end the album with a song called Euclid, which is this beautiful song that starts off on piano, and it's so interesting because it's in this major key and it's super nostalgic, and like they could have ended it with a heavy song or like all this stuff, but the fact that they chose to end it with that song like really got me. It's just really cool. Yeah, I really love that band right now.
I need to give it a listen because I did become really enthralled with them a few months ago, and I've been looking forward to going to a show at some point.